Talk.com.
All right, welcome back to the Central Valley Buzz. I'm your host, Chuck Leonard. Let's do another giveaway right now. This Saturday night, the biggest party in the Central Valley is at Cal Winery. This Saturday night, Double Doors are playing out there. Yeah, 3 hours of Doors music. And just to remind you, Jim Morrison will be right here in the studio with us tomorrow. So if you guys want to take one Buzzineer and one guest to Cal this Saturday night to see the Double Doors, call 579-1360 right now. We'll get you all hooked up. Okay, let's bring in Chris Moran. Chris, how's it going?
Good, Chuck, thanks.
Now, Chris, you're Solar Negotiators?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me what you guys do.
Well, we're a unique company. For our clients, we offer free consultation. We give them objective information and help them make informed decisions. But we do business services for contractors. We have a network of contractors, and for them we do sales, marketing, customer service. Some of them we do their payroll, their insurance. Long story short, they use us to keep their schedules full of installations, so they give us discounted, pre-negotiated labor rates, which allows us to give our clients pricing that other companies just can't come close to.
Wait, so what you guys are doing is you're kind of like the middleman, but you've already negotiated the good deal for the client.
Kind of. So if a client goes out and gets maybe 4 bids for their system, and they get bids between $28,000 and $30,000, we'll come in 24. And we're paid out of that, so there's no fee above.
Right.
You know, what,
no extra commissions.
Right. So
like
most
that.
of the time, middleman means you're paying too much. Not in this case.
Right. It seems to me that solar, like a lot of other things in the Central Valley, we're way behind on it. And here we are in the Central Valley, where it's probably one of the best places in California for it to work.
Exactly. We have a lot of sunshine, and our utility rates are really high compared to the rest of the nation. The California rebate that came out around 2006 really started pumping money into allowing people to go solar, and then the federal government came along behind that and started offering tax credits, and that really started to stir the competitive industry and just really started getting manufacturers going and new businesses.
Well, because solar in the 70s, 80s, 90s, I mean, the bohemian hippie tree hugger.
Right.
You didn't care that it cost. You were saving energy, and the system's then not as good, highly, and not, probably didn't pay off as well.
Right.
These days, with the new technology, it's really affordable.
Absolutely. And back in the late 70s, 80s, oftentimes when you heard solar, you thought of solar hot water heating. And there were tax credits back then that really stirred that up. But in the last 10 years, the efficiency of the solar panels has increased exponentially, and it's really gone
with the
up.
cost going down.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So when you have an option, instead of paying your utility rate for the rest of your life, which is like a debt that you can never really pay off, you can now go solar, own your system for no money down, and have a payment that's much less what you're paying now to PG&E or your utility rate, and then that has an end date, and then you're free and clear.
At some point now, you will own it and get free electricity. In fact, in most cases, sell it back to PG&E.
Right, and it's a little complicated the way that the utility company credits you for the excess power you send
They're
them.
not going to cut you a check.
Right. Well, yeah, it's complicated, but if you design your system properly, you can effectively eliminate your bill. And once your system is paid off, if you didn't pay cash for it, you really are saving that amount every month for as long as you live in that house.
Right. Now, let's talk about this. Are people getting creative with the solar?
They are, and it's interesting. You ask one solar professional how to go solar, and they'll tell you something totally different than another.
Right.
You've got this lease thing where companies come in and they install it on your house, and you pay them for the next 20 years. They effectively become your solar company.
They own a little part of you.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. And they take all those incentives that are really meant to go to you. That's why we push ownership as an option. The savings are almost 3 times as much when you own your system, and plus you have the benefits of ownership.
What about maintenance on the systems? Because it's important to keep these things maintained.
That's a great question. I got that question a lot. Primarily, solar systems don't have like an oil change like your
Right.
Cadillac, but it is important to keep them clean. I know people who haven't washed their panels in years, and they still produce 75–80%. But you really should wash your panels with some kind of a soft water, a few times a year at minimum.
Because the hard water will dry on it and block the UV rays that you're trying to turn
Yeah,
into.
that calcification is not good for the glass.
Right. Now, you brought a short video with you.
Yeah.
You want to tell people about it?
Absolutely. It's just a brief video that shows who we are, what we do, the service we offer. Our service to our clients is completely free. No client has ever written a check to our company. That's the beauty of it. We act kind of like your real estate agent when you're buying a house. You know we're getting paid, but it's not you paying us. And people really like that concept. So it's a little good snippet of what we do.
Okay, Billy?
Whether you're ready to buy now or just exploring your options, the consultants at Solar Negotiators are here to help you. A call to Solar Negotiators is like calling 5 solar companies at once. You see, when local established solar contractors have gaps in their schedule, they call Solar Negotiators to fill them. Right now, get 5 years of panel cleaning and maintenance or $1,000 off your new solar panels. So stop wasting your time searching and call Solar Negotiators, because when contractors compete for your business, you win.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, what about the people in the country, people in the city? They have different things to think about when it comes to solar.
Correct. Oftentimes when you're in the country, you see a lot of solar panels going on the ground, and that's a different design. And now more and more people are asking about systems that are not tied to the utility grid. They want to be off the grid. They want to have battery backup. They want to have power when the grid goes down. And the technology is starting to come along and starting to allow that, where it was not really available before. So city, really you're kind of limited to your rooftop because your backyard is so small, you're not going
Right.
to fill it up with solar panels.
Right.
But there's not a whole lot of differences.
No
but-
gazebos going in, solars on
There
top.
are a few.
Now, in the country, the people on like the water wells
Correct.
with the electric pumps, is there smaller systems? Can they do just that? Can they?
Right. Yeah, I get the question a lot. Can I just get a solar system to power my pool? Or can I just get a
Right.
solar system to power my well? And the power you're drawing is all coming from the same meter.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if it's your oven or your air conditioner or your well.
You might as well save on all of it.
It's all going into the same pot.
Right.
So we build a system to account for any appliance or any equipment that's drawing power. People out in the country tend to have higher bills
Right.
because their well is what gives them their water.
Right. You don't get any water without a little bit
That's
of
right.
electricity thrown in.
Exactly.
Now, when we're talking about solar and you make the decision, how long is it from, okay, I want to do it, to you're up and running?
Right, great question. Oftentimes, most solar contracting companies, they only have 1 or 2 crews that install. So, they get their clients to sign up, and oftentimes they have an 8 or 9, 10-week backlog. The beauty of our program is that we have multiple contractors, and that allows us to keep our installation times down. So most clients are up and running, their system's installed maybe 3 or 4 weeks after they sign, and then the utility company takes a few weeks after that to flip the switch.
I understand that a lot of banks, local banks, are getting involved on the financing of these systems also.
Correct.
With very low APRs.
Correct. There are many of them are credit unions actually that are focusing on it. They see an opportunity. Part of the reason it's all psychological. People are used to paying their power bills. They know they have to make that payment every month. So swapping that out with a payment to their own bank, it's a risk that the banks are willing to take. And the rates make a lot of sense, especially since utility rates go up 5 to 7% average every year anyways.
Right. Wow. Okay. Chris, it's been great talking to you, man.
Thank you, Chuck.
It sounds like you guys got a great thing going over there. If there's people watching right now that want to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
Absolutely. Our phone number is 559-458-9965, or you can always visit us at solarnegotiators.com.
Okay. Nice talking with you. Hey,
Thanks,
we're going
Chuck.
to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, live music from Jesse Lee Humphrey. Stick around.